Infinite power. Infinite power.
The following presentation is by Sam Smith Productions in association with Black and Gold Productions.
Welcome to the live stream. Welcome into the live stream, folks. Welcome to the live commentary. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Carlo, score! The newborn dad! Marchand across, Coyle scores! Charlie Coyle. It's a power play goal. Here's Zacha. Shot. Score! It's Pavel Zacha. Shattenkirk. Lowry. Score! Mason Lowry. Bruins lead 5-4. He scores! The Bruins win! David Pastrnak. The Bruins win Game 7 in overtime.
And now, Sam Smith Productions presents another live commentary of the Boston Bruins on YouTube.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. We got a good one. Live from TD Garden in Boston. It is the Bruins against the Tampa Bay Lightning here tonight in the first of a two-game homestand. How's everybody doing here in the chat? Glad to see all you guys here on this Saturday. Let's get into your starting lineups. For the Lightning, it's Anthony Cirelli, Brandon Hagel, and Nikita Kucherov, Brayden Point, Jake Gensel, and Yanni Gord, Oliver Bjorkstrand, Nick Paulin, Gage Gonsalves, Zemgus Girgensons, and Luke Glendening. 11 forwards for Tampa tonight, 7 defensemen. Victor Hedman and J.J. Moser, Ryan McDonough and Eric Chernak, Emil Lilleberg and Nick Perbix and Darren Radish, with Andrei Vasilevsky in net. For the Bruins, it's Pavel Zacha, Morgan Geekie, David Pastrnak, Casey Middlestat, Cole Koepke, Vinny Lettieri, Elias Lindholm, Marat Husnadinov and Jacob Lauko, Mark Kastelik, Johnny Beecher, and Patrick Brown. On defense, Nikita Zadorov and Henry Jokiharju, Mason Lowry and Andrew Peak, Parker Wotherspoon and Ian Mitchell, with Jeremy Swayman in net. I'm not sure why, but he is. Those are your starting lineups for both teams. Brady Swayman got rocked against Ottawa. And he's, well, they're throwing him back out there. I have him on a short fuse. I give him a 2-goal. I give him if he gives up 2 in the first period, I'm pulling him. I don't care what the score is, pull him. Although he has been sharp, he's been this is his 3rd time being pulled this season. And he's won both games before getting the game after getting pulled with a goals against average of under 1. So take that as you will. There's a lot of puppies at the TD Garden. It's like is it like Dog Day or something? I don't know. I have no idea. Our roster's going to be a minor league team for a while. Well, take a look at the Bruins lines. I mean, below the top line, yikes. There are 4 guys in the bottom 9 that were on this team last season. 4. Vinny Lettieri, Jacob Lauko, Johnny Beecher, Patrick Brown. Ay. Good Lord. It's a broadcaster's nightmare. I'll tell you that right now. It's a broadcaster's nightmare. Korpisalo is playing Monday against Buffalo. There's no way they put Swayman on for a 5th straight game. There's no way. Zacha shouldn't be playing center. He shouldn't be on the first line, period. But I digress. It's neither here nor there. No Ovechkin. Ovechkin has no goals during this game. Ovechkin's cooled off. Will he get it? He's at 886. He's kind of cooled off, has he not? He's got an assist, has 2 shots. He's going to get it eventually. Oh, yeah. But what I meant by that is he going to get it this season? You know? They're doing the national anthem now. His stats when he plays 3 games in a row have been putrid, yet they still put him out in that against Ottawa. Look, I get why they put him out there. You're trying to give yourselves the best chance to win. I get it. But I said this the other night. Why do we force the Bruins... Why do the Bruins force Swayman to play 3 straight games? It didn't work with Rask. It didn't work with Thomas. Well, in the playoffs it did. But besides that, no. It didn't work with Ullmark. So why are we forcing Swayman to do it? When we know it doesn't work. Why? This idea that the starter, the guy who makes the most money, is supposed to be getting the majority of games is a load of crap, in my opinion. 2 games for Swayman, 1 game for Korpisalo. That's what I think they need to do. And they refuse to try anything different. You know? Somewhere Glenn Hall is laughing. But the times have changed, right? The road whites going from right to left. We are underway. We have a stoppage 4 seconds early. 4 seconds in, as it's an offside. You recall Johnny Bauer saying he hated when teams began using 2 goalies. He wanted to play every single night. Completely understand that. I get the sentiment, but at the same time, times have changed. It's a little bit of a different time now. And, you know, if you have the capability of using a second goaltender, why not use it, right? So, this is the final time the Bruins see the Lightning this season. The Bruins will not see the Lightning until next season, including one of the games happening at Raymond James Stadium. Lindholm, a nice hit on Kucherov. One of the games happening at Raymond James Stadium in a Stadium Series game at the home of the NFL's Tampa Bay Buccaneers as Jokiharju dumps in. Pasternak first on the puck on the forecheck, gets poked off the puck by Moser. Tampa running 11 forwards, 7 defensemen again. They've been battling injuries. Geeky bumped into by McDonough. Gets thrown off the puck. Zaka in there for support. He chips it back to Peak. Lets it go. Shot tipped and a save by Vasilevsky on a shot from Peak. It was tipped by, I believe, Pasternak or Geeky in front. Corpy's very capable. He's not a full-timer like we saw last year. He can handle 30 to 35 game year. Exactly. Swayman, if you were to start 2 games, right, in a row, that's what? 50 games for Swayman, 32 for Korpisalo? That's very reasonable. Very reasonable. You know what I mean? 52 for Swayman, 30 for Korpisalo, something like that. But instead they're stacking starts on Swayman, so they're making him more tired. Which is costing your team. As Lohrei dumps it in the zone. McDonough. Deflected off of Gage Gonsalves and in. Wotherspoon moves it along for Casey Middlestat. Off Cole Koepke. This is going to be icing. It is. How are we going to have an NA Winter Classic in Florida? Well, the Winter Classic's an indoor stadium. Okay. Marlins Park's a dome, so they can close the roof. That's fine. The game in Tampa, they're going to have like some isolated like bubble shield thing, and they'll only remove it like an hour before ice time, before game time or something like that. Something like ridiculous. You know what I mean? So Bruins get this to center. Gord for Jake Gensel for Braden Point. Spins back against Middlestat. These two teams met last Saturday down in Tampa. Shot saved by Swayman. Rebound guided aside. These two teams met last Saturday in Tampa. The Bruins shut them out 4-0 in the first game in the post-Marchand era. Gensel in front, pinballs around. That puck lands in front. There's a big scramble for it. Radish shoots, save, rebound, score. Victor Hedman. 1-0 Tampa. Where's Swayman there? I want to take a look at the replay. Let's see. There's a lot of traffic. Oh, yeah, he had no idea where that puck was. He had no idea where that puck was. He also had 3 people in front of him, so you know. Yeah, if the Tampa scores another quick one, I'm getting Swayman out of the game. I don't care if it's his fault or not. I'm getting him out of the game to save himself here. Beecher moves it to center. It hits the ref and he calls offside. Dude, it went off you. Dude, I don't understand that idea, right? They call offside on the Bruins, yet the puck hits the ref to try to dump in the zone, and they try to play it, and it's offside. Like, man, it was your fault they're offside. You know what I mean? Like, what is that, man? Here is McDonough. Deflects in the zone, and we have the puck goes out of play. Nice catch by a fan down there. If Joe Sacco is removed as head coach, he's leaving the organization, so just so you know. He's not going to do that. He's not going to leave his position as head coach to go back to assistant. He's just not. Radish jumps in around the net. Peak for Lohrei. Lauko for Lindholm. Moved ahead. He chips it in the zone. Radish against Husnadinov. He wraps him up. And now Radish ahead. Puck comes to Zemgus Girgensons. Girgensons gets pressured by Husnudinov. Played around the net. To the line, Chernak. Gonsalves fans on a shot. Gets another one away. That gets blocked by Lauko. And now Lohrei will carry it into the neutral zone. He'll dump in. The Bruins need to change. Sharks get one, so it's 3-1. And now, uh-oh, chance here, and they whistle it down. The Lightning are offside. That could have been bad. Could have been 2-0 right there. Face-off is won by the Lightning. They have won every face-off so far tonight. Pastrnak gets this out of the zone. Chernak for Gonsalves. Puck comes out. Wotherspoon regathers in his own zone. Why are they out there with Pasternak's line? Hello? Geeky enters the zone. Fans on a shot. Puck comes to Vasilevsky. He'll make the save. The Bruins, I have a feeling, and I don't have any knowledge of this, but don't be surprised if the Bruins move Korpisalo at the draft. Do not be surprised. The Bruins might want to give DiPietro a shot to be the backup in the NHL for Swayman, right? You never know. Middlestat against Gord. Face-off is won. Swayman will be forced to smother the puck as it came right in on Swayman on a dump out from their own zone. Who's the Bruins coach? Goalie Bob Asenza. He's usually really good, but this is the first year in a long time where the goalies have been one of the main issues on this team. Big tie-up off the draw. The ref was in the middle of it. Tampa gets away with it. Point tied up there by Middlestat. Lettieri gets this ahead. Koepke trying to battle with J.J. Moser. Gets around him to negate the icing. Big slam into the back wall. Victor Hedman guiding Vinny Lettieri off the puck. Moved ahead. We have an icing against the Lightning here. First goal, Swayman's fault. I mean, yes and no. Kind of a mess in their own zone, but Swayman was kind of nowhere to be found there. Zaka's line comes out. Big tie-up off the face-off, and it goes into the near corner. This puck's moved up and out. Pastrnak gathers it from Gord. Cuts against Gensel. Hits Victor Hedman, and he drops his stick. And on the dump-in, he hit him. This puck's free. Geeky looks to center. Hedman's still without a stick for the moment. Pastrnak looking in front, trying to find Geeky. Can't. Kucherov ices the puck. Oh, no, he did not. And now it's Swayman leaves it for Lohrei. Pastrnak for Zaka. For Pastrnak, he enters the zone. And I don't know what he was trying to do there, but he completely lost his footing and he lost the puck. Kucherov, Hagel drops a shot, save. It got blocked. Hagel to the line. McDonough. Chernak fires on. That's wide. McDonough shoots. It's blocked by Peak. Sent ahead. Pastrnak breakaway. Here he comes. He got what? Where's the penalty, ref? That's a slash. Where's the penalty? It's a blatant slash. Come on. Come on. That's ridiculous that wasn't called. It was right on the hands, too. It was right on the hands. That's clear as day. That is clear as that is clear as day, man. Lilleberg, Paul's shot blocked in traffic. His stick exploded. Lilleberg can't play it. Kastelik trying to hop on it, and Perbix dumps in the zone. Kastelik trying to move this along. Oh, he hit Bjorkstrand with a high stick. No call. Perbix dumps it in the zone. Ovechkin scored. There it is, 8:87. Bruins move this ahead. Here's Kastelik. Takes the bump from Lilleberg and dumps it in. Taken away there. Lindholm blocked by Radish. Not shocking. His shot did not get through to the net. On a good setup by Husnudinov. Gergensen's off Lauko's glove. Lilleberg dumps in. Wotherspoon plays it around. Past Mitchell. He gets it ahead. Just ahead of Lindholm. Radish moves this ahead. It comes all the way back down. No icing. Mitchell for Lauko. Husnudinov trying to get around Perbix. Gets off him. Penalty coming here. It's going to be on... is this going to be on Tampa? It is. Too many men on the ice penalty here. Well, the Bruins go to the power play after the TV timeout. It's going to be, looks like too many men. I saw this. That means too many men, by the way, for those who don't know. For those who don't know what the referee signals are, that means too many men. What's up, Jan? Listen, I do not know how about you, but I'm very disappointed at Boston. Oh, yeah, I think everybody is. Everybody is. Everyone is. If the referee signals an hourglass shape, it means there's a pretty girl. That's all you need to know. What's up, Pinecone? My camera's really blurry tonight. Hold on. Is it just me or is my camera blurry? Hold on. Here we go. Oh, that looks much better. 2015-2016 teams is still the worst I've ever seen. Well, before my time being a fan, the 06-07 team. Ooh. Bruins to the power play for the first time. Middlestat, Lindholm, Pastrnak, Geekie, Lohrei, and the Lightning win the draw and clear. Tampa has the 8th best power penalty kill in the NHL. The Bruins power play, 4th worst. Here is Lohrei, drops for Middlestat. Enters the zone, chips it to himself, plays it around the net. Here is Geekie. Middlestat, saved by Vasilevsky. What a chance in front. The puck's still free. McDonough getting swarmed by Middlestat and Geekie. Lohrei steps up to keep this puck in. Middlestat, tied up there by McDonough. Geekie tying him up as well. That puck's free in front, poked away by a diving Cirelli. Lohrei for Pastrnak. Lohrei controlling. Puck just past Pastrnak. The Bruins, I don't think have won a face-off tonight. I don't believe they have. I'll check that. Pastrnak shot blocked. Lohrei, Middlestat with a horrible play, and it's cleared. Get the second unit out there. Get the second unit out there. I'll check. I don't think they've won a draw. Zacha enters the zone, chips it to himself, plays it around the second unit on. Husnudinov for Letary, a shot that goes wide of the net. Gergensen's trying to get this out. He does. Oh, he didn't anyway. Kept in by Pasternak, goes off Husnudinov and out. The Bruins have actually won 7 of 12 faceoffs tonight. You wouldn't believe it. Zacha for Husnudinov. Under 20 seconds to go on the power play. Letary over to Pasternak, who for some reason is out there for both units. I don't know why. Pasternak in front. Tipped by Letary wide of the net. Zacha. Letary. Saved by Vasilevsky. What a save. Montreal leads 1-0 over Florida. I love the idea of having Husnudinov kind of set up everything on the power play. Good pressure here. This is a good shot by... The Bruins have had a couple of shots in this power play. Middlestat and Letary have had the Bruins' best chances. The chance for Middlestat hit off the mask of Vasilevsky, then hit the goal, then hit the crossbar. 6 seconds to go on the power play. Bruins have 2 shots so far on the man advantage. Beecher waved down. It's Beecher, Koepke, Lauko right now. It's due to this being the end of the power play. Cirelli wins it. Tampa will try to get this ahead. Hagel flips this out just past Gonçalves, back to even strength. Zadorov moves this ahead. And now here is Hagel's shot wide of the net. Lauko for Zadorov moved ahead. It's gloved down by Lilleberg. Shot on net blocked. Zadorov off Koepke and out to center. Lilleberg throws it to no man's land. It's picked up there. Power play still stopped. Well, it looks fine there. I just want to... Can they put a centerman out there who can actually win a draw to start a power play? Chance in front, save Swayman, rebound denied. Rebound hits the post, penalty coming. Penalty on Boston here. It's on Zadorov. Cross checks the call. They go to TV timeout. Bruins will be shorthanded after the break. Buffalo's missed the playoffs every year since 2011. The Bruins need a Vincent Trocheck light centerman to win faceoffs on the power play. Well, no, here's what you do. Don't do the faceoff on the left side. On the right side, on the right circle. Do it on the left circle. You want to know why? Casey Middlestat is a Boston Bruin. And you're going to put him on the top unit and you're going to use him as a winger? No. Use him as a center. Okay? He's good at center. Use it to your advantage, okay? Middlestat's one of 2 or 3 faceoffs so far tonight. Surprised that the Sabres are still in Buffalo. No, the Sabres. No. They're not leaving Buffalo anytime soon. Predicting that the Bruins come up with a number 5 pick. Yeah. The last time the Sabres made the playoffs, I was in the 1st grade. I'm now a junior in college. Just think about that. I was in the 1st grade, and now I'm a junior in college with 7 weeks to go in the semester before I become a senior in college. Keep that in mind. Big tie-up off the draw. Shot goes wide. We're zooming on Wotherspoon for some reason. Not really sure why. but we are. Puck comes to Wotherspoon, and he clears it 200 feet. Hedman drops back for Kucherov. Zacha pressuring him. Bjorkstrand. Lindholm's stick falls out of his hands. Kucherov. Tic-tac-toe play, save. Zacha couldn't get it out. It's held into the line by Hedman. Bjorkstrand for Gensel. Kucherov has point in the bumper. Kucherov shoots, blocked by Wotherspoon. Kucherov in front, point jamming. Bruins get it away. Lindholm clears, and they're going to get a change. Point closed off there by Jokiharju, who's out there with Lohrei, Beecher, and Koepke, the forwards on the penalty kill unit. Shot by Hagel, blocked by Koepke. Hagel gets it back. Kucherov, point, over the net. Man, Tampa has like 2 legit units, man. Gensel, Kucherov, Hedman. Hedman waits. Kucherov delays. Gensel, Hedman. Shot blocked by Jokiharju. Lifts a stick, but there's more support. Point shot wide. Koepke trying to clear. Can't get it out. Hedman holds it in. Kucherov. Gensel. Through the legs. Saves Swayman. Kills off the penalty. The Bruins are going to get Zadorov out of the box coming here. Beecher throws it ahead. Zadorov negates the icing. Zadorov's first on it. Waiting for some support. Had some in Pasternak coming. It got poke checked. Mitchell for Middlestat. He is pressured and thrown off the puck there by Chernak. Wotherspoon for Mitchell. Ahead for Middlestat. Gets tied up there by McDonough. And he loses the puck. Mitchell takes the bump from Gonsalves. Geeky will try to get this ahead of Middlestat. Bumped into by Paul. And Tampa will regain possession. Shots are 10-4 Tampa here. The Bruins had 4 of the first 7 shots. And Tampa's had the last... Oh, no. Turnover for Gonsalves. He got poke checked. Puck comes out. Here is Perbix. Zadorov takes it away. Here's Husnudinov. He's tied up in front of the Bruins bench. Lilleberg dumps in from center. The play is shifted to the Bruins half of the ice at the moment. The ice is certainly tilted. Jokiharju, or it's Lettieri for Lauko, moves it ahead. Lettieri could not receive the pass from Lauko. Husnudinov back. Jokiharju for Zadorov, back to Jokiharju. Yes, Swayman's in net again, yes. 5.5 to go first period. Bruins are down 1-0. Here's Lohrei, gets the feed from Jokiharju. Lohrei in the backhand, trying to get it into the zone. Beecher blocked it by accident, dumps in. Brown in for Kastelik. Centering pass, Beecher blocked in front. Puck still free. Beecher wraparound stopped. Lohrei fakes the slap shot, steps up, goes around the net to keep possession. Where is Jokiharju? Nowhere to be found there. Brown recovers for Jokiharju. Kastelik. Lohrei in the middle. Dumps in. Vasilevsky plays it. And now... moved ahead now, and now Wotherspoon's got it back in his own end. The puck is bouncing. Husnudinov trying to hop on it. Can't. Moser takes a huge bump. Gord for Gensel. Lauko, nice poke check. Lindholm for Husnudinov. Trying to get it to Lindholm, could not. Gensel, quick re-entry for Tampa. Shot over the net. Nope, did not stop play. The ice is certainly still tilted. Here's Peak, gets the feed from Walko. Peak enters the zone. Onside, waiting. Lindholm scores! Elias Lindholm! What a setup by Peak. And the Bruins have tied it at 1. On the Bruins' 5th shot of the game. Great feed by Peak. That's a, man. Peak's got a 3-game, Lindholm's got a 3-game point streak. Good. Very good. Zacha wins the draw, and the Bruins will maintain possession after a game-tying goal for Elias Lindholm on a great setup by Peak. Bruins get an offensive zone faceoff just on their forecheck alone. And they go to TV timeout. That's Lindholm's 12th. Good. Peak will get the assist on that one at 15:58. That'll be Peak's 15th assist of the season. Score update around the league. Capitals and Sharks have gone final. Rangers lead Columbus 1-0. Carolina leads Philly 1-0. Montreal leads Florida 1-0. Thank you. Actually, not good. We need Montreal to lose. Thanks, Karen. Oh, yes. I don't know if you guys saw it, but yesterday I discovered that we hit 500,000 views on this YouTube channel. 500,000. 500,000. Thank you, guys. Thank you for 500,000 views here on YouTube. That is crazy. That is crazy. What an accomplishment that is, and that just goes to show how great this community has been after all these years. And, you know, I'll say this, you know, I have more years behind me left on YouTube than I do left to go, but, you know, this is, hey, it's a testament, you know, we built this community, and 500,000 views. We're about to hit 2,000 subscribers coming up shortly. By the way, if you have not subscribed, make sure to do so. Make sure to hit the like button. We need a like spike over on YouTube. 20 likes with only 47 viewers watching. We need a massive like spike over on YouTube. So hit the like button if you have not yet, and subscribe. It's free. It's absolutely free. You can change your mind anytime. Ever since John quit live streaming, I turned YouTube for NHL content. Shout out to John, by the way. I hope he's doing all right. Gonsalves gets it in. Bjorkstrand to the line. Gonsalves couldn't hold in. The puck comes out. Ryan McDonough going to get pressured by Morgan Geekie. Zacha pins it in. Zacha. Geekie in the slot. Tried to feed Pasternak. Got thrown down. Pasternak spins it back. Zadorov. Jokiharju right point. Fans on the shot, but puts it into the corner. Jokiharju plays it around to Pasternak. Waiting. Drops it for Zacha. Good rotation here. A little bit of a give and go with Pasternak and Zacha. Pasternak drops for Jokiharju. Pasternak gets it back. Whips it across. Zacha misses just high. Did he make a... Did Vasilevsky get a piece of that? He did. What a save. What a great play, too. Zacha. Oh, highway robbery. Nothing he could have done about that. That's a great play by Zacha. What's up, Josiah? Thank you. You won't be here for the rest of the night. That's fine. See you on Monday for Bruins Sabres in the St. Patrick's Day stream. Middlestat taken down. No call. Should have been a tripping call on Tampa. What we play on. I don't know why. Koepke battling. Zadorov knocks in a gourd. Jokiharju trying to move this along. Middlestat will get this to Koepke. For Vinny Lettieri. He'll guide it out into the neutral zone. 2.5 to go first period. Bruins and Lightning tied at 1. Lightning goal coming early from Victor Hedman, but Elias Lindholm tying it up just a moment ago. Husnudinov almost forcing a turnover, could not. Husnudinov still just workhorsing. He is just working like a horse down there. Mitchell for Parker Wotherspoon. Lauko across Husnudinov. Spins back. Mitchell shoots wide of the net. Wotherspoon for Husnudinov, tied out there by Gensel. Wotherspoon out top. Mitchell right point. Shot tipped wide by Lindholm. Wotherspoon throws it on net, saved by Vasilevsky. Good shift from that third line. Do you like Husnudinov? I do. I very much do. I think he's a nice little player. The goal for Montreal was taken back. Carolina leading 2-0 late in the first against the Flyers. Geeky, Zacha, Pasternak out there for Boston. Face-off tied up and won by Tampa. Puck comes out. Mitchell regathers. Dumps in from center on a slap shot. Hagel for McDonough. Chernak. Moved ahead. Bruins keep it in just inside the line, but Tampa pokes it out. Cirelli just past Hagel. Wotherspoon under 90 seconds to go in the first. Moved ahead. Pasternak. Could not play the puck. It is not icing. Pasternak has some space. Kucherov takes it away from him. Geeky tying up Kucherov. Cirelli and Zacha there for support for their respective side. Cirelli deflects it just past Peak. Peak holds in. Finds Zacha. Zacha waiting. Pasternak down to the final minute. Throws it on net. Zacha couldn't get a piece of it in front. Just deflected off his stick. Throws it out top. Peak. Pasternak. Peak one-timer. Saved by Vasilevsky. 50 seconds to go in the first. Hagel. Poke check by Lohrei. The ice is tilted in the other direction, but they ice the puck. With 41 seconds to go. What's up, Bruins fan? How are you? It's Elias Lindholm's first goal since February 22nd. Shots are 10-8. They were 10-4. Much better. Middlestat against Point. Point wins the draw. Bruins trying to get this out. Koepke, Middlestat, Lettieri with Lohrei and Peak. Puck played around the net. Tampa has it in the offensive zone. Peak takes it away. We'll try to flip this up. And it lands on Jake Gensel. Radish over to Hedman. Back over to Radish. Koepke poke checking him. He's pressuring him. Lettieri takes it away. Dumps him with under 10 seconds now. 10 seconds to go in the first. Radish ahead. It's going to be icing. With 6.2. What's up, Blake? .2. Pasternak, Geeky, Zacha, Lohrei, Peak. Offensive zone draw late in the period. Trying to give yourselves any chance to have a lead going into the room. .2. Face off and Tampa wins the draw. That puck's going to come out, and this will be the end of the first period. That is the end of the first. 1-1 the score at TD Garden through 1. Middlestat is playing tonight, yes. He had a great chance on the power play earlier. Just getting the stats updated here. Had corned beef and soda bread for dinner tonight because celebrating St. Patrick's Day because I am going back to school tomorrow. My spring break is over. Cycle your stats through the first 20 minutes. Score is 1-1. Tampa outshot Boston 10-8. 50% even on the faceoffs through 1. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play, 2 penalty minutes aside. Bruins had 10 hits compared to Tampa's 7. Bruins had 6 block shots. That's a good thing compared to 3. 3 giveaways each, 1 takeaway for Tampa, none for Boston. The shots were 10-4 at one point, so the fact that they're 10-8 is much better. And they got a goal to tie it up, so. Those are your stats through 20. Oh. Cracking my knuckles. This is the Bruins' 6,940th regular season game. Wow. They've scored at least 1 goal in 6,528 of them. That's crazy. You're telling me they've only been shut out? Hold on, let me do math for a second. Okay, come on. New Hampshire math, please don't fail me. 412 times in 100 years? This is their 101st season. They've only been shut out 412 times. It's not bad, actually. It's actually pretty good. My math's correct. I was gonna say, math, please don't fail me right now. Math was my specialty in school. Science was never my forte. I was pretty good at everything besides science, like math and English were my forte. History I was pretty good at. Science I wasn't great at. I never was. I never was good with science. Never have been, never will be. It's not my forte. Oh, Montreal scores to make it 2-0. That goal did count. They got another one anyway. Scores from earlier today. Buffalo beat Vegas 4-3 in a shootout. And a surprise upset Penguins blew out the Devils 7-3. Capitals beat the Sharks 5-1. Ovechkin only 7 away, or only 8 away from breaking Gretzky's record. Ottawa and Toronto tied at 0-1. Montreal leading Florida 2-0 in the first. Carolina leading Philly 2-0 through 1. Rangers lead Columbus 1-0 through 1. St. Louis and Minnesota coming up at 8. Same with Nashville and LA. And then Chicago and Vancouver at 10. Red Sox lost in spring training today. They lost to the Atlanta Braves. 7-3. Watched, I think I watched the entire game today. Creighton and St. John's in the Big East Championship game right now. Creighton leading St. John's by 2 in the second half. Tennessee advancing to the SEC tournament final, along with Florida. So it'll be Tennessee and Florida in the SEC title game tomorrow in men's basketball, by the way, for approaching March Madness. Big Ten semis, Wisconsin beat Michigan State. Michigan beat Maryland, so it'll be Michigan and Wisconsin in the title game tomorrow. Memphis beat Tulane in the AAC Conference Championship game. ACC title game tonight, Louisville and Duke. Houston leading Arizona by 8 in the Big 12 title game. UAB leading North Texas in the AAC semifinal. Winner will play Memphis tomorrow. Colorado State looks like they're about to take the Mountain West title. The MAAC Championship, Iona leads Mount St. Mary's early on in the first. UConn lost last night. Yeah. Oh, they'll make the tournament. You want to know why? They're the two-time defending champs. They'll make the tournament. You know? The MAC Championship on the line. Miami, Ohio, and Akron going at it. Bryant made the tournament. They took down Maine. Bryant covered Bryant actually earlier this year. I was a pre- and post-game guy, pre-half and post-game reporter for their exhibition against Dean. So, Yale advanced to the Ivy League final, beating Princeton. MEAC, Norfolk State is going dancing, taking down South Carolina State. Reading you random stats because it's March. VCU off to the Atlantic 10 title game, taking down Loyola Chicago. Cornell beat Dartmouth, so it'll be Yale versus Cornell in the Ivy League final tomorrow. George Mason took down St. Joseph's in the Atlantic 10 semifinals. So it'll be George Mason against VCU tomorrow. Conference USA title game tonight. Jacksonville State against Liberty. SWAC tournament. It'll be Alabama State and Jackson State. The Big West, UC Irvine and UC San Diego. The WAC, Grand Canyon and Utah Valley. And Tuesday, guys, start of March Madness. Selection Sunday coming tomorrow, by the way. Excuse me. We got 6 minutes to go in the intermission, by the way, if those are keeping score at home. How are the Celtics doing? They're playing Brooklyn tonight after beating Miami last night. They're winning by 2 in the fourth quarter, 94-92. 96-92 now. Is Tatum playing? He's got 18. Him and Porzingis are tied for leading scorer on the team. Keon Johnson has the most points in the game with 19. The Celtics are not home. They're actually in Brooklyn. They come home for Brooklyn Tuesday, then they go on a Pacific Northwest road trip in West Coast, pretty much. They're playing Utah, Portland, Sacramento, Phoenix, and San Antonio, and Memphis on the road. They then come home for Miami, Phoenix, Wizards. They then go on the road for the Knicks and the Magic, and they come home for the Hornets for the final 2 games, and then they're off to the playoffs, because they did clinch a playoff spot last night. So they'll be able to defend their throne. The Bruins are in kind of the same situation. They have a home game Monday against the Sabres, and then they're on the road for a while. They play the next 5 games on the road after Monday. Golden Knights, Sharks, Kings, Ducks, Red Wings. Thursday and Saturday, there will be coverage. Sunday and Wednesday. Wednesday's a hell no. There will not be coverage Wednesday. Sunday, there might be. We'll see. I don't think so. Then after that road trip, they'll only have 8 games to go. Then the season will be over, or they'll be in the playoffs. Anyway. I digress. When they trade for their hockey sticks for golf clubs, you know what? Good draft pick, good free agency. They're back competing next year. So, you know what? Whatever. Imagine making the playoffs with 70 points. That's embarrassing. Well, 100 points in a season didn't really happen a lot until they expanded the overtime, you know, OTL points. So, second period coming up in just a couple minutes. Take a look at your stats of the first 20 one more time. Score is 1-1. Shots are 10-8 in favor of Tampa. 50% even on the face-off. 0 for 1 on the draws. I mean, 0 for 1 on the power play, both sides. 2 penalty minutes each. Bruins had 11 hits compared to Tampa's 7. Bruins had 6 blocked shots compared to Tampa's 3. 3 giveaways each. 1 takeaway each. If you're wondering where I get these stats, it's right off the NHL app, so. If you always wondered where I get these stats, it's right off there. There's your stats through 20 minutes at the Garden. Second period coming up in just a minute. Even play? Yeah, hey. Look. Pretty even play, yeah. Detroit got 101 points in 1950 to 51 in a 70-game season. Wow, that's crazy. The Bruins are starting Korpisalo against Buffalo. I'd be shocked if I saw Swayman against the Sabres. Shocked. Spring training today. Twins lead the Braves 2-0 in the 7th right now. Nationals lead the Mets 4-1 in the 7th. Braves beat the Red Sox 7-3. Astros beat the Marlins 6-4. Pirates beat the Orioles 15-5. Tigers and Phillies tied at 2. Connor was at that game. Yankees and Rays tied at 7. That game ended in a tie. Cardinals and Blue Jays. Cardinals won 9-5. Guardians beat the Royals 7-5. White Sox beat the Rockies 2-1. Royals beat the Reds 13-7. Giants beat the Mariners 6-2. Rangers beat the Athletics 4-3. Brewers beat the Athletics 8-0. A's had a split squad. Diamondbacks beat the White Sox 9-8. They also had a split squad. Brewers beat the Angels 4-0. Padres beat the Mariners 8-3. If I said a team twice, that means they had a split squad. Spring training, you're allowed to do that. Yep. Red Sox season is almost here. April 6th, I'm going to the Red Sox game against the Cardinals. It's a Sunday night game. The Bruins are playing that night, so I won't be here. So I won't be streaming. I'll be at the Red Sox live. So I'm guaranteed to be missing 3 games down the stretch. I know I've missed a lot more games than I wanted to, but sometimes life gets in the way. It might be even more of a limited schedule next year. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. My responsibilities are picking up, so I might be streaming 65 games out of 82 next year. I know I've streamed I think I've only missed 8 or 9 total this season, if that. So. Second period underway. Bruins going from right to left in the home blacks. Tampa and the road whites going from left to right. Moser will move this ahead for Tampa. Here's Cirelli on the near side. He'll enter the Bruins end. Cirelli closed off by Zadorov. Back out top to Moser. Hedman gets the feed from Hagel. Back to Moser. Hagel. Hedman now on the far side. Pass across gets broken up. Moser. Lost it. Puck comes out. Husnudinov trying to try to pressure. Could not. Hedman throws it over to Kucherov off his skate. Now here's Hedman. Dumped in the zone. Zadorov tied up by Hagel. Spins him off. We have a stoppage. We have an offside. Yeah. Bruins will try to get this puck out of the zone. They can't. Hagel. Gensel for point. Blocked in front. Laura with a great block. Geeky for Peak. Can't get it out again. McDonough pinches and keeps it in. Lorai will try to break this puck out. Deflects off of Geeky. Puck comes to Pasternak, to Zacha. Skate to stick. Pasternak with it. Near side. Throws it to no man's land. Trying to feed Peak. And Gensel cuts it off. Now here's Point. Point. Misses a check with Pasternak. Makes Lorai fall. A drive there from a shot from the blue line is blocked in front. Zacha for Geeky. Trying to throw it to Pasternak. Geeky's had some trouble with that stick. Paul against Peak. Played around now. Here is Bjorkstrand for Paul. Geeky trying to shovel it past Perbix. Can't. Bruins getting pinned in their own zone a little too much, a little too soon here. A little too often here in the second period. Peak tied up there by Paul. Pasternak just trying to get this puck out. Bjorkstrand wins the battle. Peak. Bjorkstrand takes it away. Gonsalves. A shot from the line. Blocked. Rebound. Score. Nick Paul. Bruins did not helping themselves in the least here. Not on Swayman. Where the hell is your help? 2-1 Tampa. Nick Paul. Not helping yourselves out at all. You're not helping your goalie either. Nick Paul, 2-1 Tampa. Got pinned in your zone for so long. So long. Two-1 Tampa. Lettieri. Tied up there by Radish. Bruins have it in the offensive zone, but they're tied up. There is 6 people battling for the puck, and it's not moving. They've been pinned in their corner for like 20 seconds. Lettieri getting shoved by Radish. Help the man out, Middlestat. You're standing there. Still tied up. Hedman finally wins the battle. Tampa wins every puck battle, too. What a pass to Gensel up ahead. Wotherspoon throws him off the puck. Mitchell gets wrapped up by Gergensons. Kick to Koepke. Cirelli's going to swarm Koepke. And they take the puck away. Shot goes over the net. Wotherspoon. Man, Tampa's just tying the puck up. And the Bruins are not doing themselves any favors. Kastelik just tried playing it and just let the puck go right through his stick. Middlestat for Wotherspoon. Ahead. Kastelik takes the bump and gets it in the zone. Kucherov for Perbix. Ahead. Moser enters the zone. That puck caught Patrick Brown in the face. The puck... Brown's going to go off the ice here. Hagel for Cirelli. He gets it in the zone. Tampa's just dominating the second period right now. The Bruins have no push whatsoever here. Jokiharju ahead for Lauko. Lauko fans on a pass. They're just not giving themselves any favor. Shot on net, saved by Swayman. Jokiharju for Lindholm. Kicks it to his stick. He dumps in the zone. Quick re-entry for Tampa. Deflected off Paul, no icing. Lorai plays it around. Bjorkstrand pins it in. Again. Again, no help in their own zone right now. Swayman's being left out high and dry at the moment. Bjorkstrand. Across for Lilleberg. Puts it in. Gonsalves tied up there by Lorai. Puck comes to Paul for Bjorkstrand. Shoots in traffic. Save. Rebound. Swayman and the puck goes out of play. Lauko gets called for delay of game. He shot that one up near the cameras. Not helpful. Come on, Jacob. Stop doing that. You did that the other night, too. Stop. Tampa's at the first 4 shots in the period. They have swarmed that side of the ice the first 5 minutes of the second. Lindholm against Gensel. Tampa wins the draw. Kucherov. Cross ice for Bjorkstrand. Pass broken up. He gets the puck. Kucherov for Gensel puts it wide. Bjorkstrand shoots. That goes wide on the net as well. Bjorkstrand, Hedman, Kucherov puts it in behind the net. Nobody there. Bjorkstrand tied up there by Peak. Gensel for Kucherov. Quick movement with the puck. That's their whole MO. Throw the Bruins off their game right now. They are. Bjorkstrand shot wide. Kucherov keeps it in. Hedman touch pass. Bjorkstrand. Kucherov shoot. Or Hedman shoots on a one-timer. That's blocked. Kucherov for Gensel for Kucherov. He controls. Hedman. Minute of the power play left. They've been held in their own zone the entire minute. Bjorkstrand. Gensel. Bjorkstrand again. Lauko in the box here. Chance in front. Cleared wide. Gensel for Kucherov. 45 to go. Hedman out top. Shoots. Swayman the save. The rebound goes wide. Zadorov can't clear. He's pinned against the wall by is that Gensel? Kucherov tied up with Zacha. Kucherov wins the battle. Chance in front, tipped by Gensel. It gets blocked, and it goes out of play. They dodge a bullet. .26 seconds to go on the power play. Face-off won by Tampa. A shot blocked. And Wotherspoon finally clears. Finally. McDonough will carry it across the line now. Hagel. Bumped by Wotherspoon. Brown and Beecher with Jokiharju and Wotherspoon. So it looks like Brown's fine. Shot blocked. Bruins will get Lauko out of the box here. Gord walks in. Save. Rebound. Beecher trying to get this out. Wotherspoon there for support. He can't. Gord takes it away. McDonough. Back to even strength. Bruins kill off the penalty now. Gord. In front. Nobody there. McDonough from the point. Tipped in. They're getting swarmed in their own zone. If I'm Sacco, I'm calling a timeout. Leaving Swayman out high and dry right now. Cirelli. I'm getting Swayman a rest, and I am getting a timeout called by Sacco. I don't care if it's too early. You need to get the guys back into this game. You are down 2. McDonough's shot was tipped by Cirelli. All 7 shots in the second period have gone to the Lightning, and it shows. The ice is completely tilted in the Lightning way right now. They haven't even had the puck in the offensive zone for more than 30 seconds. Gergenson's tied up, and Tampa's winning every puck battle too, so it's not helping anything. Koepke. Blows. Why did they not call a timeout right there? Why? Sacco, use your brain. You just got 2 goals scored against you. You have not done anything in the offensive zone all period. Why did you not call a timeout and tell the boys to breathe? Gergenson's tied up by Lohrei. He's taken down. 1 shift for Pasta. They've been pinned in their own zone the entire time. Joe Sacco might be the worst coach in Bruins history. Holy moly. Call a timeout, you dumbass. You're getting held out high and dry, you idiot. They go to TV timeout. Joe Sacco might be the stupidest coach in the National Hockey League. Man, you've gotten 2 goals scored on you. You've only had about 45 seconds of offensive zone time in the entire period. Holy sh... I don't get it. Do you want to save your job? Maybe use it for once, man. Man. Misaka wants to go. Then fire him now. Fire him now. If that's the mentality he has, fire him right now. Who cares? Season's a wash anyway. Rangers score to make it 2-0 goal for Panarin. Oh, hey, it's Sofia Jurcevic. Welcome back to work. Brown gets beat every time he has the puck. He's not an NHL guy. There's a reason why he's the captain of the Providence Bruins in the American Hockey League. Oh, he just gave it right to Kucherov. Good idea, Brown. Literally useless. Here's Lorei back in his own end. 9 minutes into the period. Tampa's had 8 shots. The Bruins, not one shot attempt. Chernak enters the zone. Shoots. Saves Swayman. It's not his fault they're losing by 2 goals right now. It's just not. This puck comes out. Back into the Tampa end. Vasilevsky. Almost turned it over to Geekie. Zacha for Pasternak. In front. Geekie goes back to Lorei. Lorei, Geekie in front. Vasilevsky poke checks him. Pasternak controlling against point. And he gave it to nobody. He threw the puck to no one. He gave it to no one. He threw it right to Tampa. Gensel. Swayman stops it. Shots are 20-8. Unreal. They're getting pushed around here. Here is Paul for Bjorkstrand. Tampa seems to be winning every puck battle to known to man. Puck goes out of play. Every puck battle known to man, it seems like Tampa's winning. Celtics beat the Nets 115-113. Any line shuffling? Any changes to do anything at all? How about a new scheme? Maybe get the puck out of your own zone. I don't know. Maybe get the puck out of your own zone. Maybe, try shooting the puck off the rush, even if it doesn't go in. Maybe try winning a puck battle. Lindholm against Cirelli. Hey, they want to draw in their own zone. Are they going to get it out? No! Jokiharju. Oh, they get it out, but what do? What do Jokiharju just do, guys? 1, 2, 3, ice the puck. Like, he threw it up the wall with nothing. There was no sense of, where he was putting that puck. He literally threw it out of the zone to get it out of the zone. Kucherov's shot blocked by Lindholm. That puck landed in the corner. Lauko. Zadorov gets beat by Cirelli. Hustadinov for Lindholm. Kucherov takes it from Lauko. Why is this line out there against Kucherov, Cirelli, and Hagel? I'm sorry. What are we doing? Sacco, please read the room. Kucherov, turnover, Hedman wide of the net. Shot trickles wide. Jokiharju, now start something offensively. Nope, Lauko just gave it right to Tampa. How many turnovers do they have in the period? 43? I'm not kidding. Zadorov just trying to whip it past to Lindholm, man. Something. Where is Pasternak? He hasn't been out there all period. Why is Lettieri out here? Koepke with some speed. There it is. This will be the period they won't get a shot on goal in. They're not going to get a shot all period. They're not going to get a shot the rest of the game the way they're playing right now. They're being pinned against the wall. They're being held to the outside. Take the middle. The middle's open. Lohrei, as they had the reset, dumps in the zone. Koepke, middle stats, blocked in front. Puck comes free. That shot get to Vasilevsky? It might have. Middle stat keeps it in just inside the line. The shot did get to Vasilevsky. It's the Bruins' first shot on goal of the period. Slavin's terrible. Well, you haven't watched the game. The team in front of them has been awful tonight. Probably their worst performance I've seen in about a month. There's Pasternak. Geeky, Middlestat, Pasternak. That sounds like a competent line. Why the hell is Pavel Zacha still in the first line? Middlestat's being reduced to playing with Kepke and Lettieri. That's where Zacha should be. Bjorkstrand in front. Saved by Swayman. Put Middlestat with Pasternak there, Joe. Give it a shot, man. What's the worst that can happen, man? Paul wins the draw against Kastelik. Hedman shot blocked by Kastelik. He gets it away. Moser for Glendening. Brown takes it away. Beecher and Kastelik. Brown moves it ahead. Here is Beecher. Trying to throw it in front. There is no one there. Bruins keep it in. Wotherspoon fires it on. Blocked by Glendening. Because of course it was. Oh, here come the Lightning. 2-on-1 the other way. Paul has Moser. Paul in front. Moser saves Swayman. Brown gets this out. He lifts it to center. This might be the worst coaching staff I've ever seen in my lifetime that's been with the Bruins. I'm not even kidding. They're doing nothing to improve this team. Do you want to save your jobs? Because you're all going to be fired come April 14th. Or whenever the hell the day after the next game, the last game of the season is. The day after the last season, you're all going to be fired. The day after the last game of the season, you're all going to be freaking fired, dude. As the puck goes out of play. Swayman's not the issue right now. Swayman is not the issue at the moment. The team in front of him's an issue. The team in front of him's done nothing tonight. Nothing. Nothing. Especially in the second period. Nothing. The shots in the period, they just took the Bruins shot away. The shots in the period are 11-0. 11-0. Chernak score. No, went out of play. You can't have Pasternak out there the entire time now. But why are we putting out the bottom six more than the top six right now? If Sacco stays with the Bruins next season, what would your reaction be? I'll consider not watching the team next year. That's how much I don't like Sacco as the coach. I would consider stop covering the team. I'm not kidding. I would remove my credential for NHL media. I would stop. That's how upset I'd be. There is no reason why he should be the head coach next season. Saved by Swayman. Starts streaming the Providence Bruins. No, I just wouldn't cover the team at all. At all. Nothing in the organization. Nothing. Bruins need to bring in an ass-kicking coach. They'll get him fired in the first year. Want to know why? Because they'll say they want this. They'll say they don't like him. Sorry. That's why. Soft-minded players. That's why this team hasn't won a cup in 15 years. Why they ever fire Cassidy? Great question. Oh, I know why. Because players wanted him fired. Doesn't mean they don't need one. I know they don't. I know. They do need one. They just won't take it. They just won't take it. Point whips it in around the net. The Bruins have not had a shot on goal this period. They took the middle stat shot away. Lettieri. Yokoharu. Dumps in from center. Bruins get it back. Middle stat. In front for Lettieri. He couldn't play the pass in front. Middlestat trying to center for Geeky, can't. Now, Middlestat, stay out there. Stay out there with Geeky and Pasternak. Stay out there. Go against your coach's will. Stay out there. I want to see that trio together. Think Marchand can coach in the NHL? No. He's not a coach. He was barely a good captain. How is he supposed to be a good head coach? Zacha for Pasternak, and Hedman just beats him like it's nothing, dude. Even Pasternak's having an awful night. Kucherov for Hagel, Geeky the poke check. Now here come the Bruins. They have a 4-on-2 if they push. Pasternak waits, delays, and throws it to no man's land. Like, man, that's why he hasn't played all period. The guy can't make a simple pass. Hagel, there's a simple pass. Swayman, great glove save. That's why he hasn't played. He can't make a simple pass for shit. That was the worst pass attempt I've seen him have all season. And it couldn't have come at the worst time. Hagel against Wotherspoon. Kucherov pinned against Lohrei. Let Chara coach. He won't be any better. Well, actually, he might be. McDonough shoots blocked. Shot goes wide, but he doesn't have any coaching experience. So it wouldn't work. Give me Husnudinov, Middlestat, and Pasternak on a line. Shot for Gonsalves saves Swayman. Pasternak tying up Paul's stick. Lohrei gets it out. Bjorkstrand enters the zone. Wrap around. Chance in front. Puck goes wide. Radish out top. Shoots. Oh, my lord. Swayman, that was brutal. That was brutal. 4-1 Tampa. Darren Radish. This game's over. Get. Oh, my God. Shots are 15-0. Shot attempts in this period, 29-2. Wow. Bro. There is no chance in hell you didn't see that puck. There is no way you did not see that puck. No way. No way you didn't see that. There was little to no traffic. If I'm the Bruins fans, I'm hitting the exits and calling for a what's it called? A refund. Beecher doesn't shoot the puck. Yogi Haru tried shooting it and got blocked by 6 players, it looked like. Shots are 16-0. Make it 17. They have had the worst period of the entire season tonight. By far. By far. It's not close either. Kepke, Lindholm, Lauko. Yeah, that's gonna really change something, huh? Yeah. Oh, here's a great turnover. Points wide on the net. The last time this team was in this building, the Bruins beat them. Wanna know why I know that? Because I was there. Oh, turnover, score. No, they didn't score. Hand pass. Come on, ref. Hedman delays wide of the net. He had the time of day. Where the hell is the Bruins? There's only 4 players in the zone. I'm stunned at what I'm seeing. This is the worst period of hockey I've ever seen the Bruins play. I've been a fan for 17 years. I have never seen the Bruins play this bad in a period. Ever. Ever. They're getting outshot 19-0 in a period. At home! Where they're good! The Bruins have won 19 of 35 games at home. I don't believe that based off the... If you were to tell me that stat, me not knowing that, I would have said you're a liar. I don't care who's out there. I don't care what kind of team we have. That's inexcusable. Seven seconds. Who's Nadinov? They didn't get a shot on goal all period. And the Boo Birds are out and the fans are hitting the exits. Holy moly, this team is hot garbage. I have not seen the Bruins ever play that bad. Like, I've seen them play bad. That's new bad. That is next level bad. Holy moly. That was inexcusable. They got outshot 19-0 in that period. Oh my. Yo, that's... yeah. No, that's a fireable offense from everyone on the team, actually. Yeah, wow. The Bruins couldn't beat the Maine Mariners right now, Knight. They couldn't beat the Maine Mariners. Here are the stats. They're not pretty. Yeah. They couldn't beat a Pee-wee team. They couldn't beat an elementary school team right now. Oh, they updated it. They updated it. It's now 30-8 in shots on goal. Holy crap. Why do I do this to myself every night? Why? The Bruins did not have a shot on goal in the entire second period. They got outshot 20-0. 20-0. Call up the good prospects right now. No. I'm saying no. Mark's absolutely right. Mark's absolutely right when he said this. Why bring them into a losing environment when they're dominating down in the AHL? Why bring them into a losing environment when they're winning hockey games down there? Why? Because you want to improve the NHL team? No. Don't bring up Merkulov. Don't bring up Patra. I don't want to see them the rest of the season. Maybe one more game at the end of the season. That's it. I don't want to see it. No thanks. I'm good. I am all good with that. No thank you. Why don't you want to see them again? It's because they were terrible? No, because I don't want to see them lose. I want to see them win and have confidence and flourish down in the minors so that when they come up next season, if Merkulov resigns, which I don't think he will, but if he does resign, they're all here with confidence. And maybe with a championship under their belt. Something Pastrnak doesn't have in North American hockey. Something Pastrnak doesn't have, something Zacha doesn't have, something nobody on this team has in the National Hockey League. I will tell you right now. Let me look at this roster. I'll tell you right now if anybody on this has a Stanley Cup right now on the Bruins team. I will tell you right now. Does anybody on this Bruins team have a Stanley Cup? Beat your hell no. Patrick Brown. I don't think so. No, he does not. Morgan Geekie, no. Mark Kastelik, no. Marat Husnadinov, no. Kepke, no. Lauko, no. Lettieri, no. Elias Lindholm, no. Casey Middlestat, no. Pastrnak, no. Zacha, no. Yokoharu, no. Lindholm, no. Middlestat was on the Sabres back then. Lohrei, no. McAvoy, no. Ian Mitchell, no. Andrew Peak, no. Wotherspoon, no. Zadorov, no. No. Nope. He was on the Avs, but he didn't win it in 20... He was not on the team in 21-22. Nope. Korpisalo, no. And Swayman, no. No one on this team has won a Stanley Cup. As of right now. No one. So if you keep, let's say, okay, Merkulov, Patra, Lascelles are down in Providence. Wallstrom's down there. He's kicking ass, by the way, down there in Providence, by the way. VL's down there. Tufty's down there. If they all win a championship, if they win the Calder Cup in Providence, okay, you know what that does? That brings championship experience into the NHL roster for next season. It's what it brings. Not Stanley Cup experience, but championship experience, right? So, think about it that way. Yep. Tampa up 4-1 at the end of 2, by the way. Second time of the season we had a 0 shot period. When was the other time? I don't remember that. Hockey's quarterfinals, Boston University beating UMass 3-2. Yzerman the game winner for BU. They're off to the Hockey East semis. The championship games of the Hockey East tournament coming up. The semis will be Thursday at the Garden. Saturday will be the championship game. Rangers Blue Jackets is flying by. They're already in the third period. Game started at the same time as ours did. If I were in that building, I'd leave. And I'd demand a refund. there was a lunar eclipse and not see it. Oh yeah, McAvoy shouldn't. I don't know why he's even skating. So just shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him down for the season. This season's a wash. Put it done. Put it down. Shut him down for the year. Why are they even bothering? Why is he even bothering coming back to this shit? Oof. I have an NFL trade to announce. The Niners are trading Jordan Mason to the Vikings. The Vikings are signing him to a 2-year deal with over $7 million fully guaranteed and a max value at $12 million. It's per Schefter. Vikings get a running back. The Pats dropped the wide receiver at 4. If they don't draft Travis Hunter if he's available, I'm sorry. I don't care what kind of help you need. You don't have a wide receiver to throw to? You draft Travis Hunter. That's a given. By the way, guys, if you have not yet, hit the like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 2,000, so if you have not subbed, please do so. But help me out. Please, please, please. Damn. Imagine getting broken up with for using Snapchat. That's what happened to Miami quarterback Carson Beck. Ooh. Broke up with Hannah Cavender. The song is called The Insides by Throwing Gravity, by the way. It's off their album It's Not the End. Everything's falling apart? Yeah, welcome. Welcome to hell. Bruins going from left to right in the home blacks. Lightning going from right to left in the road whites. St. John's is going to the NCAA tournament. Where it's 50% of the shots of the Lightning shots came in the second period. 2/3 of them did. Third nightmare is underway. Third period of hell. Will the Bruins shoot the puck in the third period? Doubt it. Nice hit by Husnudinov on Moser. Peak. That's Jokiharju. Jokiharju fakes. Here is Husnudinov. Nope, shot. Nope. No shot. No urgency. There it is. Oh, where's the puck? And it's in the net. They score. Murat Husnudinov. It's 4-2. Oh, boy. Murat Husnudinov, he kind of surprised everybody, kind of trickled through. He threw it on net, and it got through Vasilevsky. Yep, that's a goal. Hey, they shot the puck, and it went in the net. Look what happens. Husnudinov's got goals in back-to-back. Timeout Tampa here. All right, nothing there. They're not. They look. They used the timeout to actually look at something. Didn't see anything. So. All right, it's 4-2. Save Swayman on a try there from Chernak. Out top, Gord shoots wide of the net. Geeky whips it ahead, trying to connect with Pastrnak. If they scored there, oh no. Chernak dumps in the zone. So Murat Husnudinov gets his second goal as a Bruin. He's got goals in back-to-back. Vasilevsky plays it aside for Moser, ahead for Gensel. Gensel lost it. Middle stat the stick lift. Out there with Geeky and Pastrnak. It's what we've been screaming for in their offside. Check Insta. Uh-oh. Maine won 7-1. Cool. They're off to the semis. Henry Jokiharju picks up his first point as a Bruin, by the way, on that. Lohrei. Middlestat. Waits. Shoots. Blocked in front. And goes onto the near side. Uh-oh, here's a chance for Kucherov. Swayman denies him. It's a great save. Beecher wins the draw against Glendenning. So the Bruins got off to a good start in the third period on a goal. They're from Husnudinov. Zemgus Girgensons. Wotherspoon gathers it from Glendenning. Mitchell plays it around. Hedman. Puck goes past everybody. Wotherspoon's got it. This puck's going to come all the way back down, and we have an icing against Boston. Face-off won by the Bruins. Puck forced out. Brown almost got a breakaway, but Lilleberg poke-checked it away from him. We all knew he wasn't scoring, let's be honest, okay? First 3 games Sacco coached this season, 93 shots combined. Wow. Lindholm against Nick Paul. Lindholm wins it. Zadorov will move this ahead. Lauko gets beaten. They dump it back in. Zadorov will get this around Nick Paul. Ahead off Lindholm and in. Here's Lilleberg tied up there by Husnudinov, who just scored the Bruins goal to get them back within 2. Gonsalves bumped off the puck by Lauko. Jokiharju over to Zadorov on the far side. Lindholm off his stick and in the zone. Lauko's going to hop on it. He'll be first in the puck. Lauko knocked down by Lilleberg. So 2 goals to this third line tonight. Peak. Spins back. Plays it around the net. Lohrei for Husnudinov. Fires it on net. That gets blocked. Peak puts it around the net. Here is Lilleberg. Bruins keep it in. Pasternak. Zacha. Geeky. Shot wide. He tried going glove side on Vasilevsky. Chernak for Gonsalves. Moved it ahead now. Here's Point. Poke check by Lohrei. Puck comes out. Geeky has Pasternak to the right. Here is Pasternak. Shoots wide. Zacha for Zadorov. Throws it on net. That gets blocked. Jokiharju couldn't keep it in. And now here comes Gord. Zadorov ties him up. Knocks him down. Nice hit. Jokiharju plays it around. Hedman outsizes Pasternak. Gensel for Moser. Hedman through Zadorov. Zadorov grabs it, gets it out. Geeky's going to try to race to negate the icing here. No. Good touch pass by Zacha to Geeky here. And, oh, just missed high. Geeky against Cirelli. Cirelli wins the draw so clean. Kucherov shot blocked. Rebound Zacha for Pasternak. Bruins off glass. They get this out. Radish, Geeky pressuring. Off Pasternak. That was almost a break. Hagel for Kucherov. Lohrei takes it away. Peak gets it out. Pasternak at the end of a shift throws it across. He'll go for a change. Out comes Letary. Geeky will come off. Koepke comes on. Koepke intercepts it. Puck is popped up, gloved out of the zone. Tampa can't touch it. Now they can since Peak got a piece. Hedman ahead for Hagel. Lohrei knocking him down. Peak for Lohrei. For Cole Koepke, has Letary to his left, so he also has Middlestat. Koepke gets it in the zone. Plays it around Lohrei. Tied up, and he lost the puck. Hagel on the backhand. Puck comes out. Letary gloves it down. Spins. Nice move by Letary. Middlestat dumps in. Perbix for Lilleberg. Good job by Beecher getting there on the forechecker, so applying a little bit of pressure. Couldn't win the battle, but Bjorkstrand against Mitchell. Bjorkstrand goes for a tumble, no call. Wotherspoon for Kastelik, gets it around Moser. Gonsalves, puck is thrown all the way back down. This will be a Tampa icing. Lindholm against Paul. The line that has both the Bruins goals is out there. Husnudinov, Lauko, Lindholm. Zadorov and Jokiharju. Lindholm wins it back to Jokiharju, but he couldn't play it. The puck bit on his skates and it comes out. Lindholm's got 2 points tonight. Not bad. Zemgus Girgensons dumps in. Lindholm's got 4 points in his last 3. Lauko for Husnudinov. Takes a bump there. Husnudinov trying to get it to Lauko. Gets it to him. Lindholm. He's tied up. Puck comes to the line. Jokiharju keeps in. Zadorov for Husnudinov. Jokiharju fires on net. Blocked. Rebound. Lauko in front. He fans on it. He's still pressuring. Bruins keep this in. It's Zadorov. Zadorov shoots. Save by Vasilevsky. He had Lauko ready for a one-timer too. Puck comes out. Zadorov for Husnudinov. Good shift from the third line. Who scored the second goal? Husnudinov did. It was a weird shot from out high. It got through Vasilevsky somehow. Geeky can't play it on the entry. Point ahead for Gord. Lohrei cuts it off. Throws it just past Zacha. McDonough takes the bump from Zacha, dumps in. Swayman knocks it down for Lohrei. Lohrei, dangerous move on the backhand. Moves it ahead for Pasternak. Far side, Chernak on him. Pasternak gets it into the zone. Bruins going from left to right. Pasternak for Zacha. Puck is popped up. Braden Point gloves it down. Geeky trying to pin in Point on the near side. Can't. Point for Zacha. Puck is popped up. Chernak gloves it ahead. Lohrei for Peak. Ahead for Geeky. Spins off of his man. Pasternak trying to keep this in. He's out there with Middlestat and Geeky for the moment. And now here comes Cirelli. 4-on-2 for Tampa. Gensel can't play it. Puck comes in front. Denied up hit the side of the cage. Kucherov shot blocked by Jokiharju. The puck's available. Cleared away by Middlestat. Moser. Kucherov. Hagel. Waits. Surveys out top. Here's Moser. Hagel has Perbix ready for a one-timer. Doesn't go to him. Puck comes in front. Zadorov gets it away. Here's Pasternak at the end of a shift. And he accidentally puts it in the Bruins bench. They go to commercial. Bruins down 2. Not even going to try to spell that last name. Okay, ready? Here's how you spell it. I just typed it in the chat. That's how you spell his name, Husnudinov. What's his nickname? You can call him Hust or Marat. That's his actual first name. Hust or Marat or something. Type it in the chat if you want to see. Face off just outside the Bruins' end here. In front of the Bruins bench. Middlestat against Paul. Tie up. Tampa wins the draw. Radish jumps in. Gonsalves plays it around. Wotherspoon for Koepke. And now Vinatieri moves his head. He has Middlestat to his right. Middlestat enters the zone. He chips it in deep. Lilleberg tied up there by Lettieri. Puck comes out. Wotherspoon dumps in. Vasilevsky comes out and plays it over to Lilleberg. Gonsalves for Bjorkstrand. Flips into the zone just to the right of Swayman. Mitchell, oh boy, turns it over. Swayman makes a great glove save, though. Just remember it has nut in the middle of his name. Okay, don't listen to him. All right, it does, but stop. Okay. Okay, stop. We're not going to urge on people to say that in the chat. Thank you. Bruins win the draw. It was Kastelik who won it. Zadorov has Kastelik to his right, finds him tape to tape. Kastelik shoots one, saved by Vasilevsky. A try there from Beecher goes wide. Jokiharju puts it in around past everybody. Beecher tying up Gensel. Kept in by Zadorov. Rangers lead 3-0. I didn't change any of that stuff. Here is Jokiharju having it as he has it in his own zone. Off of Lauko and in. Husnudinov in on the forecheck. He got some speed, too. Peak keeps it in. Lauko lost the puck. If he had pulled the trigger, he let that go. Ooh, it might be a 4-3 game. I'm not even kidding. Lauko has a wrist shot. Radish moves this ahead for Kucherov. Hagel. Back to Kucherov. Oh, turnover. Lauko for Husnudinov. Gets around Kucherov. Couldn't play the second time. Tampa gets it out of the zone. Lori in trouble. That puck came out, but they didn't call it. Should have been offside on Tampa. Peek ahead for Pasternak. Throws it ahead. Zacha was trying to get there, just couldn't. Bruins keep this in. Pasternak trying to play it around the net. Instead, it comes all the way out. That's how I remember to spell his name. Fair enough. Moved ahead, Gergensons. He dumps in the zone. Oh boy, Zadorov with the worst turnover of the season and almost costed the Bruins a goal. They got it away though. Pasternak moves this ahead. That puck goes into the Lightning bench. They go to commercial. Savannah Bananas are playing in front of 65,000 at the Raymond James Stadium. That's where the Bruins are playing the Lightning next year. If you were wondering. Josiah's not here tonight. No, he said he wasn't going to be here. He joined the chat earlier and said he's hanging out with a friend. DJ, I'm not sure why. Bruins dump in the zone. Moser knocked into by Koepke. Man, the setting's up a little too high on that camera. Moser ahead for Hedman. Peak tied up there by Point. Lowry deflected to the middle. Middlestat for Andrew Peak. Ahead, just ahead of Lettieri and ahead of Hedman. It's an icing. Paul against Middlestat. Bruins win it. Peak ahead, flips it high. It's going to be icing. Middlestat against Nick Paul. Middlestat wins it. Peak. Lowry will move this ahead past Bjorkstrand. He dumps in the zone to get his team a change. Nick Paul, this puck comes back down. We have an icing against Tampa with 8:10 left. Apparently the Panthers and Sam Bennett have re-engaged in contract talks. So Lindholm against Paul. This line's been good tonight. Bruins win it. Wotherspoon waits. He has to throw it in deep. He doesn't have an option. Paul takes it from Lauko. Throws it ahead to Bjorkstrand. Here come the Lightning. They win the draw. They do nothing with it. Now here's Wotherspoon. Under 8 to play. Reaches the red line. Dumps in. Lilleberg around for Radish. Here is Cirelli. Moved ahead. This is going to be icing here. Face-off is won by Tampa. Zacha cannot win a face-off tonight. Bruins keep this in. Pastrnak plays the bouncing puck. Zacha in alone. He's stopped by Vasilevsky. The puck was kind of bouncing on him the entire time. Made something out of nothing. Made a good save. Kucherov tied up by Zadorov. Pastrnak takes it away in the middle. Flips it ahead. Here is Pastrnak. Ahead, it's flipped in from center. McDonough. Zacha tying him up. Under 7 minutes to play. 4-2 Tampa. Kucherov waits. Centering pass, nobody there. Shot from the line, saves Swayman. Geeky flips in. Lowry first on it. He's all alone down there. He plays it around the net. Lettieri there for support. Middle stat tied up there by Chernak. Lowry's lurking in front. Can't win the battle, though. Goaltending gets this out, and now here's Gonsalves against Peak. Gonna wrap him up. Gergenson's tied out there by Koepke. Peak knocks down Gergensons. Koepke curls to the inside, moves it ahead for Lettieri. Flips it in. Icing? Yep. They scored and did nothing with it. Rangers, Blue Jackets goes final. Rangers win 4-0. Rangers are now in a playoff spot. Face-off shifting over to the other side. Face-off won by Gordon Moser for Hedman. Swayman makes the save. This puck comes to center. Point bumped into by Middlestat. Does nothing and gets him off the puck. Gensel plays it around for Point. Held in by Radish. Gord for Point. Plays it around Hedman. They're just wasting clock. Shot tipped wide. Middlestat flips it out. Gord for Hedman. Tampa up 2 with 5 minutes left. 5:15 to go. Jokiharju ahead off of Lauko and in. He ties up Radish. Lilleberg tied up there by Husnadinov. Puck played wrong. Gonsalves ahead. Gonsalves cuts to the outside against Zadorov. Lauko. Here is Gonsalves for Bjorkstrand out top. Chernak blocked by Husnadinov, who got a piece. Bjorkstrand to the line. There is no one there. The Bruins will get a partial change. McDonough. Lindholm lost it. Puck comes right in front. Paul waits. Pastrnak the poke check. To the line, Chernak, McDonough. Shoots, saved by Swayman with 4:09 to go. TV timeout. Scoreboard looks sharp tonight. Thank you. We're in TV timeout. 4:09 to play. I want to let you know some scores around the league. Senators lead the Leafs 3-2 in the third. Montreal leading Florida 3-1 in the third. Carolina leading Philadelphia 4-0 in the third. St. Louis leading Minnesota 3-1 in the second. Predators and Kings scoreless in the second period. Blackhawks and Canucks at 10. Earlier today, the Sabres beat the Golden Knights 4-3 in a shootout. Penguins beat the Devils 7-3. Capitals beat the Sharks 5-1. Ovechkin got 887. And the Rangers and Blue Jackets have gone final. Rangers win 4-0. Trocheck had 2 goals. Panarin had 1, and Lafreniere with the other. We are in the Final 5 presented by Black and Gold Productions. You can go to blackandgoldhockey.com and go check out recent articles about the Boston Bruins organization from the ECHL, AHL, and NHL. Episode 385, the Black and Gold Hockey Podcast, coming tomorrow. Cannot wait about that. Cannot wait for that one. It's going to be with Neil Simmons. We're going to be discussing Bruins and NCAA and what that looks like. We're discussing them. We're going to be discussing a lot of different things. It'll be me, Mark Allred, Neil Simmons, and let me double check something on who else is on the podcast tomorrow. I forget who else is on the podcast. I'm sorry. Kenny? Might be. I don't remember. Might not be. McDonough shot tipped in front. Where's the puck? Swayman has it. We'll also be having the degenerate Bostonian on Twitter. Bruins dump in. Extra attacker on for the Bruins. It'll be 6-on-5. Where is Middlestat? Geeky, Pastrnak, Zacha, Lindholm. Oh, there's Middlestat. Lohrei, the only defender. 5 forwards and a defenseman, and it'll cost him. Here is Brandon Hagel. Empty net. Hagel scores. 5-2 with 3.5 left. Two with 3.5 to go. They pull the goalie, have the extra attacker, dump in the zone, lose the puck, and then they go up the ice. There's no pressure getting back. There's no pressure going for the puck, too. It's honestly ridiculous. Lettieri, Lauko, and Hustadinov out there for the Bruins. 3 minutes to go. The Bruins are going to be falling to 30, 30, and 8. They'll be back to 500 for the first time in a couple weeks. Shot blocked in front on a try from Hedman. Lettieri. Here is Jokiharju. Moved ahead, and it's broken up by Point. By the way, the podcast tomorrow is at 10 a.m. on YouTube. Links down below in the description. Point spins back against Lettieri. Gensel saves Swayman. Will they pull Swayman again? They got time. They can. They shouldn't, but they can. Pasternak. Dumps in the zone. They pull Swayman again. Extra attacker on. They're down 3. They'll need a miracle. Geeky. To the line. Mitchell. Wotherspoon. Geeky. Pasternak. Zacha. Lindholm. Milstat. Mitchell and Wotherspoon. Geeky. Zacha. Geeky. Zacha. Geeky out top. Mitchell one-timer blocked by Gergensons and it stung. Geeky under 2 minutes to play. Mitchell. Wotherspoon. Pasternak. In front, blocked by Chernak. Lindholm the extra attacker. Why it's not Casey Middlestat, I have no idea. Here is Mitchell. Wotherspoon. Pasternak to the middle. Zacha can't play the pass. Gergensen slips this out. Minute and a half to go. Geeky dumps in. Vasilevsky trying it. He's going to go down the ice. He's going to miss wide. He tried it. Kucherov takes it out top. Cirelli blocked by Geeky. Kucherov in front. Jokiharju deflects it away. Hedman hit the post. Hagel poke check by Middlestat. Final minute of regulation. Blocked by Lohrei, who got down. Puck comes in front. It's like they're rotating. How many block shots are you going to get? Oh my god, Hedman. Off Cirelli and in, 6-2. Oh, Jesus. Off Cirelli and in off was a deflection. They were held in their own zone with the goalie pulled for like 30 seconds. That's so funny. "25 seconds left. Chance by Goaltending goes wide. Middlestat down to 10 seconds, and this game is over. So the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to take this one 6-2, the final at TD Garden. And the booing is loud. And it's loud, and it's loud, and it's loud. Wow. That was something. That was a beatdown. That was one of the most pathetic games I've ever watched in my life. The stats will be very telling in just a moment when I show you. They'll be very telling in just a second on how this game went. Yeah. Tank is back on. Oh, yeah, it's back on. Good, I'm glad it is. Get a better draft pick. I'm glad. One of the kids up from Boston. Why bring them up? Why? Just to lose their confidence? And then they go back to the minors, and then they're like, okay, here we are again. Why? Keep them down there. Why bring them up? Doesn't make a damn sense. Doesn't make an ounce of sense to me. Why? Why would you even bother? Why waste confidence on this team? So, final stats on this one. Yeah, this, hold on a second. I'm not quite ready for that actually at the moment. All right, I am right. All right, here we go. Take a look at the final stats here in this one. Tampa wins 6-2. Shots 39-12. Oh, 43.6% for the Bruins in the faceoffs. 56.4 for Tampa. Tampa went 0 for 2 in the power play. Bruins went 0 for 1. 35 hits to 19. 19 blocked shots to 11 in favor of the Bruins. 13 giveaways, 12 giveaways for Tampa. 7 takeaways, 3 giveaways, 3 takeaways for the Bruins. That is the that was the final stats on this one, and here are my thoughts on that. Yeah, that's all you need to know. Man. That was a beatdown. Yeah. What a bad game. You don't say. Continue to average fewer than 3 goals a game. I know. And it honestly boggles my mind. Boggles my mind how the coaching staff refuses to do anything to try to save their jobs. Like, it's a legitimate question. You know? Why? You know? Because we all know that they're going to fire the entire coaching staff at the end of the season. And, you know, what's up, Keegan? Get him next time. Right. That's what they all say. We trade our best players. Pastrnak got traded? No, that's news to me. Marchand was one of our best players, but it was necessary. They were, if Marchand wasn't willing to come down on his want for his contract, then yeah. Needs to happen. The Bruins will not play the Lightning again this season. No, they will not. They split the season series with them, by the way. So Tampa won 2, Boston won 2. Tampa won the first and the final meetings. Tampa won. Bruins took the middle 2 in the series. Yeah. (39-12) shots on goal in this one. Not good. Oh, they updated it. It's now 40-12. 40-12 in shots on goal. Shots in that shots by period. Shots were 10-8 through 1. Shots were 21-0 in the second period, and shots were 9-4 in the third period. You know, I can't believe that just happened, but I also can believe it. You know, this team. This is what? the 6th or 7th time they've lost by 4 goals in a game. Like, this is nothing new to this team. Why are we surprised? I think we're just surprised. We're continually getting surprised because this team, we're not used to this. You know, we're not used to the Bruins losing this badly, right? I think 12 is the lowest amount of shots the Bruins have had in a game this season. I can double check that stat. But yikes. Finishing a tweet. Shot attempts were 89 to 32 in this game, by the way. Shot attempts, according to Steve Conroy of the Boston Herald. 89 to 32. They got walked like a dog tonight. And I can't say I'm surprised. You know, this team has its issues, you know, that cut deeper than the roster. You know, there are legitimate fundamental issues in the organization. And tonight was just this being the main, you know, it all kind of fumbled up into one tonight. It all kind of showed. Roster structure is piss poor. It was piss poor from the start of the season, and they're practically an AHL team at the moment. The coaching is awful. The drafting has been some sort of an issue. Not as much of an issue as people are making it out to be. I don't think it's that much of an issue at the moment, but it's an issue that needs to be addressed. The trading draft picks has been an issue. The Bruins got a lot back in that. I'll show you again the total additions and subtractions that the Bruins got at the deadline, so you can kind of see what kind of draft capital the Bruins got back at the moment. You can kind of see that for yourself here. Hold on 2 seconds. I will show you. 1, 2, 3. This is from Parker. Parker made this from Black and Gold Productions. So this is the additions and subtractions. Take a look at what we added, right? Okay. So this is what we subtracted. We subtracted Carlo, Max Jones, Charlie Coyle, Justin Brazeau, Trent Frederick, Brad Marchand, Mark McLaughlin, and a 2026 fifth-round pick. The Bruins added 6 picks and 8 players, okay, 4 of which are on the NHL roster, 2 of which are on the, and 3 of which are on the AHL roster, and 1 of which is not even pro yet. So, you know, there is something to be excited about. They will be picking in every round in the draft at least once this year. It's the first time we've done that in forever. As of now, I'll pull up Puckpedia so you can have an idea of what the Bruins draft capital looks like down the stretch. If you take a look, we're going to zoom in here. Okay. So, this is 2025. They have a first, They have 2 second-round picks. They have a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, and a seventh. So they have 8 draft picks this year. They have a ton of draft capital at the moment. They actually have 2 first-round picks in 2026. They're only missing a fifth in next year's draft and a third in 2027. They have a lot of draft capital to work with. This is not something the Bruins are used to. They haven't had a ton of these. Why? Because they've traded their first-round picks in recent years, right? They traded their first-round pick in 2022 to get Hampus Lindholm. They traded their first-round pick in 2023 to get Dmitry Orlov and Garnet Hathaway. They traded their 2024 to get Tyler Bertuzzi. They got their 2024 pick back because he came back. Because actually, swap that around. They traded their 2024 for Orlov and Hathaway. It somehow came back to the Bruins magically. They then traded the 2023 back for Bertuzzi. So they haven't had a first-round pick in a long time. They finally had one last year. They used it on Dean Letourneau, who's playing at BC and sucked all year. So that's not great. But he shouldn't have went to college. He should have played in the juniors and then went to school. This is what the contract situation looks like. Morgan Geekie gonna be re-signed. Beecher, doubt it. Who would be surprised? Hustadinov should be re-signed. Brown might re-sign for AHL reasons. Lauko will get re-signed. Lettieri might get re-signed. Kepke might get re-signed. Jokiharju might get re-signed. Lohrei will get re-signed. Wotherspoon, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't. I think Callahan has a spot over him next year anyway. Mitchell, I doubt. Then look at all these RFAs. Wahlstrom, who knows? Merkulov, I hope they do. He won't. Farinacci, Nelson, Kuntar, Pitlick, Tufte, right? Misiol, Bavaro, who's now in Columbus technically. Callahan's a UFA. I hope they re-sign him. Both your goalies, DiPietro and Bussy, both free agents at the end of the season. Oh boy. So, just know that it's an issue that needs to be addressed shortly. So, I don't know. Bruins had 3 consecutive first-round picks in 2015. Don't remind me of those picks. Do not remind me. Do not remind me of that. DeBrusk, Senyshyn, Zaboral. Yep. Yep. There you go. But hey, Carl came out of that second round. Oh, he's not here anymore. There you go. Carlo's in Toronto now. Fraser Minton's here. So is the first in 2026. Hey. Man, oh man. You know. Not great. It's the Bruins' second fewest shots on goal in a game for the Bruins since it's been tracked back in 1959. That is the second fewest shots on goal they've had in a game since 1959. They only had 11 shots against the Flyers back in April of 1999. You're telling me that was the least amount of shots the Bruins have had in the millennium? Oh boy. Woo. Not good. Yikes, yikes, and more yikes. Did I forget the yikes part? Ottawa beats Toronto 4-2. Montreal beats Florida 3-1. This team's going to be last in the division at this point. Sabres are only 10 points behind the Bruins. They're 7th in the Atlantic. Ah! Oh my lord. Ah, I hate that. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Just got back from my friends. I don't even want to know. WTF happened here? Yeah, it's the lowest amount of shots the Bruins have had in a game since the century turned over to 2000. It's the second fewest shots on goal since I started tracking shots on goal. How many? I'll do it with my hand. Or hands. Party, yeah! 12 shots. The Lightning? $40 to 12 shots on goal tonight. 40 to 12. Standing ovation. I wish I had the paper bag. That's school. See it Monday. They lose to Buffalo. I'm putting on the paper bag. I might wear the entire game Monday. Who knows? Might fit in for the St. Patrick's Day theme. Oh dear. Yep. Great. Fireworks. Confetti. Woohoo. We have a laser show. We are close to baseball. Yeah, my spring break's over. I go back to school tomorrow. But I'm coming home next weekend because I have something to do. I just popped open a drink. Yeah. Huh? Yep. Zaka on fans booing after 0-shot second period. We deserve it. You don't say. You don't say. Are you gonna have a St. Patty's Day scoreboard? I think so. I should. Oh, sorry. I should have one. I'm not sure at the moment. Do they deserve to have any? Do they deserve to have my some sort of effort? Yeah, 21-0 in the second period. Yeah, that happened. Yeah. And a green bag Monday. Oh, you're right. I do. Where can I find a green bag? The Dollar Tree? No. Glad I wasn't watching. I'm glad you weren't. I'm glad you didn't have to sit through that. Oh my god. Yeah, this is great. I'm so excited. You tell? Yep, Bruins had no shots in the second period. Yep. They had like 3 shot attempts the entire period. They had 32 shot attempts all game long, and Tampa had 89. I'll let you guess who had 32. Yeah. Red Sox baseball in 12 days. I'm on my hands and knees. Yeah, no shots in the second period. That can't happen. Under any circumstance. Cannot happen. Yeah, but that happened, guys. Wait, BC's about to lose? Oh, no. They're about to... Oh, my God. They're about to lose to Northeastern in the semifinal? Holy shit. That's crazy. That's an upset, dude. That's an upset in the freaking half. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Wow. Well, yeah. The score won't tell you the story, but Jeremy Swayman was actually really good tonight. His team in front of him just wasn't. Yep. Parker Wotherspoon and Ian Mitchell, I think, are the worst defensive pairing I've ever seen in my life. Corpusalo is starting Monday against Buffalo. If he doesn't, I'm going to riot. Yeah, if he... I'll tell you, if Swayman starts Monday, I'm going to riot. Not that kind of riot, but like, you know. Anyway. Well. Dun 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 dun. Well, no. March 26th. Oh, that's in 11 days. Okay. Yep. I hope the fleet moved to the Aganis. Yeah. This game just defeated me. I'm gonna be honest. It just defeated me at the moment. That's not the right one. Where is the right one? Yeah, they play at the Songa Center in Lowell. Yeah, here we go. That's the right one. That's the right one. This is what the Bruins make me feel like every time I watch them. Yeah. Yep. Do I want to join Discord for 10 seconds? You can if you want. I was thinking about ending stream, but give a 10-second recap. I'm okay. Well, oh dear. Yes.
Start the clock.
10. Okay, go ahead.
Can't wait for Red Sox season. Bruins make me sad. Sam, sorry you had to watch and go through that. Go Boston Fleet. I'll film it to show you guys. Have a great night. Go Bees. And this hurts me to say, go LA Kings because we have no chance. Goodbye.
It's about 15, but yeah, sure. Yeah. Go LA Kings, yes. You fumbled? Yeah, you fumbled at the goal line. No, you're good. Yeah. 10 seconds is not very long. No, it's really not. Shit. It's in the first period. Oh my god, I can't type. There we go. You panicked? I could hear it in your voice. You freaking panicked. I could hear it. I'm turning on Predators Kings. I'm gonna watch good hockey. Because clearly I haven't watched any for 3 hours. I'm gonna watch some good hockey now. Now that my shitty hockey team's over, I'm gonna watch some good hockey. And watch the team I'll be cheering for in the playoffs. Oh dear. Speaking of it being over, stream is over too. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed tonight, make sure, if you somehow enjoyed it, hit the like button if you want. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on your post notifications so that you never miss when we go live or upload here on the channel. Make sure to follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, all down below in the description. I'll see you guys on Monday for Sabres Bruins, unfortunately. And with that being said, have a good rest of your night. Join the Discord, by the way, in episode 385, the Black and Gold Hockey Podcast is coming up tomorrow at 10 a.m. Myself, Degenerate Bostonian, Mark Allred, and Neil Simmons will be talking all things Bruins, including some college talk, including the fact that BC just lost to Northeastern, and Maine is off to the semis as well. We will talk tomorrow. See you guys then. But for now, if you're not going to be there, I'll see you guys Monday for Bruins and Sabres. Bruins lose 6-2 at home. They got outshot 40-12. That tells the story. See you on Monday. They did not win. Hold on a minute. Sorry. False alarm. They definitely lost. I'll see you guys Monday. They didn't. God.